now, ladies and gentlemen, after a 2-week hiatus, Valve has finally returned with a medium-sized bug fix update for Counter-Strike 2. Now, in the days leading up to this update, we saw through data mines and also on the same day of the patch via shadow updates that a recent VAC wave was and still is in the works, where it has banned thousands of cheaters, but it hasn't really done anything to stop those specific cheaters, since they can just make a brand new account and continue onwards. In yesterday's video, we covered the most recent update, and I mentioned I want to make a dedicated video to the VAC system and CS2's cheater problem, which this, in theory, can almost be a whole series for the channel itself. Today's video is more so of a commentary on this recent ban wave and Counter-Strike's future when it comes to cheaters. Today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a buying and trading marketplace for Counter-Strike 2. Trade the skins you no longer want for something new, and in the case that your balance isn't enough for the item that you want, you can top it up by using code MANDO for a free $5 every $100 you spend, alongside a 35% deposit bonus if you top up with cash. They currently have a free Christmas gift for everyone watching, that being either a free skin, an additional deposit bonus up to 50%, or even a free balance on the site. The first gift is free and you can earn many more by trading through the site. In addition, they have prepared an advent calendar for everyone watching. You can earn XP, an extra deposit bonus, and even tickets to enter the giveaway for the 13 skins shown on screen. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now, the first thing I want to discuss for today's video is the cheater epidemic inside Counter-Strike 2. Now, some players and even viewers on my channel who watch videos like this, these kind of divisive commentaries, find the topic of cheaters and really hating on Counter-Strike 2 in general, because that's what some people just find it out to be. They find it controversial. Some people have never played or think they played with cheaters until they review a demo or just see insane numbers on the scoreboard by the end of the game. As it goes for myself so far in Counter-Strike 2, with being released 3 months and not being able to play too much in limited test, I haven't seen anyone rage hack like I did in CSGO, which is a good thing, but it's also not at the same time. Right now, in this day and age for Counter-Strike 2, there are numerous reasons why you would think someone's cheating or someone would think you're cheating. That's mainly due right now to Peeker's advantage. Now, it's nowhere near as bad as it was at launch, but it's still very well here inside Counter-Strike 2 at this present day. That being almost a whole 9 months since Counter-Strike 2 has officially been out, from the limited test to its full release until now, and we're almost coming up on a year, that being in March, that this game will have been revealed and players have been able to access it. I'm not 100% sure how Peeker's advantage specifically works, but all I'll say is I'm very unsure of this brand new sub-tick system, which I think may be having a play in hand here when it comes to Peeker's advantage. Now, Peeker's advantage isn't just for Counter-Strike 2. This is in a lot of other games, if not every other one. It also comes down due to connection. Let's just say you're playing competitive, Premier, or even on Face It. If you're dead in the game and you're spectating one of your friends, let's just say they're walking up Cat on Mirage, they look Connector, and there's a guy who crosses around, or you see the edge of his body and you're the one spectating, chances are is the teammate you're spectating, maybe it's your friend or whoever, there's a very good chance they didn't end up seeing that person and you saw that person first. I'm not sure if that's due to a delay in game and then spectating, or if that's a good explanation of what Peeker's advantage is for people who don't really know. That being said, according to data miners, the #1 player in CS2 Premier was a cheater and is now banned. This just shows how infested, well, Premier is, but just Counter-Strike is as a whole. As it goes for how many players actually got banned in this most recent ban wave, well, it's kind of uncertain. The numbers aren't really specific. It's estimated to be around 3,000 to 4,000, and hypothetically, let's just say there was 100,000 cheaters and all those people got banned, it won't really matter, and we'll touch on that very soon. But up next for today's video, I want to take a look at a post that ThorCS put out just a few days ago on a new AI anti-cheat. He's a data miner for Counter-Strike 2, and I suggest you go follow him. Links to him will be down in the description down below. Now, he posted this on December 29th, and this video is going out most likely on the 6th of January, but it's still very valid and holds a good point for today's video. He says, as we all know, Valve is working on an AI-based anti-cheat called VACNET. However, there are already some AI aimbots ruining the game experience. According to the dev, these aimbots don't modify game files or interfere with the game at all. Here is a working AI-based aimbot in CS2. It works by real-time object detection with neutral networks that recognizes patterns to similar human movement. I'm sure with the amount of data Valve has, they will be able to ban these aimbots. However, it's going to be a tough battle to fight. What do you guys think about this? And just a quick summary for those who don't understand, I can date this back to CSGO as well. Let's just say you play a warm-up game with bots on practice mode, or you hop into a deathmatch and there happens to be a lot of bots. Some of the time, not all of the time, the bots just randomly flick to your head or just have random aimbot. And it literally is aimbot too. Just it goes right to your head. They have a perfect spray or they hit a crazy op shot. Now the ops, when it comes to practice and playing with bots, they kind of suck with it. But when it comes to rifles or pistols, they can do some real damage if you're not careful. But sometimes you also can't help it because of the aimbot. And what Thor's saying in this post is, with all the data Valve has throughout the years with Overwatch, probably studying some of the cheats to some degree to better understand them, but also, well, how to know how to go against them. It does make me think a little bit that Valve had Overwatch for what, 10 years almost? All that data that they had throughout that 10 years, however long it lasted in CSGO, they can use that with CS2 to detect an aimbot or just see how fast someone flicks to the head. But even then, as Thor stated in his post, it's going to be hard for Valve to detect an actual cheater. Cheating software after every update seems to get more advanced, especially here in Counter-Strike 2, it's no different. I've never played playbook cheats, I don't really know anyone who has, but from what I've seen and heard from other people, you can tweak the smallest settings possible inside your game to make it look like you're not cheating. And then you have what most people consider, well, most cheaters in the game who they play against is people who toggle. It feels like every other game I get into, and also just looking on social media for Counter-Strike, everyone thinks that on their team or mostly the other team, someone is toggling, when in reality it's probably not that. Toggling is when you just click a key on your keyboard, it either has an aimbot, you have a radar hack where you can see everyone on the map, your mouse will slowly drag to the person through a wall. There's also a spray control hack where if you spray with whatever gun you're using, it knows the spray pattern will minimize the spray so it's easier for you to hit the target. Now my thoughts on the AI anti-cheat is that it's been in the works for a while, but it's obviously not certain if it's going to 100% work. Now obviously nothing, even if we got a really secure anti-cheat, that still wouldn't stop 100% of cheaters, but would definitely do a lot of damage and have you, well, not have to worry every game. If this actually worked where we have an AI anti-cheat, it'd be one huge step for gaming, let alone a brand new version of VAC, since the current version of VAC is pretty outdated in today's modern day gaming industry. And lastly for today's video, I want to go back to the VAC wave. And it sucks. Well, kinda. The ban waves we receive inside CS2 are great, especially when they're, well, legitimate, and we don't have millions of, well, real players getting game banned overnight. And no, I'm not going to forget about that. All jokes aside, ban waves are great, but they don't do near enough to make the game cheater free, or close as possible. When Counter-Strike went free to play in 2018, maybe even sometime before, this is when VAC and ban waves started to become irrelevant. They didn't really do anything anymore. All it does now is it gives new cheaters time to climb the ranks and ruin the fun for more people throughout the game, no matter their rank. Those same players also create a new account right after and start cheating, and the process repeats itself time and time again. The only way to stop this is when banning players, you could hardware ban them or IP ban them. Now IP bans won't really do much, but if you ban someone's PC parts, specifically with the serial numbers, it could actually do some damage and do some better for the game. I can relate this back to Overwatch back in the OG days. This deterred cheaters quite a bit. Now, is there some ways around it? Of course, but it's going to be a lot more difficult for the average Joe to get around it. Wrapping up today's video, the solution to this problem is obviously releasing a brand new anti-cheat, but that's easier said than done. What do you guys think down below? Do you guys agree or disagree? And do you think the hardware ban idea would be good, and would you want the AI anti-cheat in game? For me personally, I would want both, but most likely we'll probably get one or the other. Hope you all have a great day, stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.